10 years ago this July, Oakfield, Wisconsin was hit by one of the most powerful tornadoes ever to hit the state. An F5 tornado ripped the community apart. Meteorologist Mark Baden went back to Oakfield to revisit the event that changed the town.
Mark, we were just talking, any signs that that tornado hit so many years ago?
Well, other than the fact that a lot of these huge trees, it's called Oakfield for a reason.
Right.
They had a huge number of oak trees that were knocked over as the tornado ripped through. But other than that, Oakfield actually looks pretty nice. And Sal, I know you were here. It's about 8 months before I arrived at the station.
Right.
And the day after, you were there to kind of survey the damage.
That's right. And something, too, you mentioned about the beautiful trees in Oakfield, but also a lot of the old Victorian wood frame homes that were destroyed with the tornado. But really an unbelievable morning that morning after.
Certainly, we get to go back to see your pictures of you as we were coming, something to look forward to as well. But I was there along with Rusty Kapela,
right,
meteorologist at the National Weather Service, and we went back, kind of take a look at how things are now, what's changed in technology, and what technology here could help save your life.
This tornado funnel cloud that I have on film right now is heading directly for the city of Oakfield, Wisconsin.
July 18th, 1996, Oakfield is in the eye of the storm. This home video shows kids and parents frantic as the storm approaches this baseball diamond in the center of town. Winds whipping, the storm is about to roll through. Looking back, Kelly Maddern remembers the day well. She met me on what used to be a softball diamond just west of town where she was playing when the storm first developed.
There was a cloud that just kind of developed out of nowhere, and it traveled north and just kind of lingered. And all of a sudden it started expanding in each direction all over, and then it got really dark, and then it kind of stalled out and just started rumbling, and we thought it was an airplane at first, but then it just didn't let up.
If it sounded like an airplane, it hit like one. Winds greater than 260 miles per hour tore through town, destroying homes, injuring dozens, sending debris everywhere.
When the storm was just northwest of Oakfield, it took a turn to the east, slamming into this cannery, injuring 12 people and scattering cans like these 30 to 40 miles away.
The tornado tore a path up to 200 yards wide and 13 miles long. Aerials of the town reveal the scope of the damage done in just 30 minutes' time. On the day after the tornado, meteorologist Sally Severson toured the devastation along with National Weather Service meteorologist Rusty Kapela. That first look at the aftermath is something he never forgot.
We went through several areas where homes were basically swept clean. I'm talking about the floor removed from the house, and you can see into the basement, and also nothing left in the basement. Basically everything was sucked out. And I also saw evidence of vehicles lifted and airborne for more than a quarter of a mile.
As Rusty and I tour Oakfield today, he reminds me that the residents were warned of the storm just 6 minutes before it hit, and that was considered a good lead time.
You had the early sirens in terms of activation. The spotters were doing their job, and people headed for the basement or did whatever they had to do to save their lives, and only 12 injuries.
At Weather Watch 12, we want to give people more lead time to escape severe weather. That's why we've invested in the latest technology. Our new Doppler 12 radar network allows us to show 5 different Doppler radars from across the state. Furthermore, we can zoom into and above storms to give critical information as storms approach.
It's clear we can't prevent tornadoes. The Oakfield tornado was the worst one to hit the U.S. that year. But it is also clear that despite the damage done, early warnings can save lives.
Now, last year, a record 62 tornadoes hit the state. So far this year, we've obviously been very lucky, no tornadoes. Hopefully, Oakfield taught us all a good lesson that even the strongest tornadoes can strike our area. Local legends of being safe from tornadoes because of a ledge, like they thought in Oakfield, river valleys, lakes, it's just not true. And it's nice to see that 10 years later they really have healed, but it is hard to believe that it's actually been 10 years.
It is hard to believe that it's been 10 years, and let's here's to a quiet and a fairly tranquil spring for southern Wisconsin.
That would be nice.
You know, but